right. At the end of the day, a gourmet meal at your home.
I put garlic. Oops. I put garlic, some chile, like 6 chile seasoning. I put some
Garlic, chile,
salt,
and a little bit of olive oil.
and a little bit of cumin.
And cumin too. Just gonna do vegetables. We're gonna bake the vegetables. Okay, we just put it down in here to bake for 15 minutes. It's at 375.
Okay, now I'm just cutting a little bit of butter. I'm gonna use this piece of butter for my creamy orzo. But we're gonna go ahead and heat a pan and put it with some oil and some butter to let my garlic kind of cook.
Set it down. Oil. The olive oil in butter.
And then
After you bring it to a heat, you add your garlic.
you're gonna add a little bit of your garlic to kind of let it simmer down.
Give it flavor with the butter. The butter.
I don't really like too much spice, but I put a little bit of red chili flakes just to kind of give it a little kick, a little bit more flavor. Just a little bit. Like, you can get these from any pizza store. I'm sure they'll give you a little packet of them.
Steal the packages.
Yeah, steal them. But
Ask for extra ones all the time.
and so after you kind of let this cook a little bit, you want to go ahead and add your orzo. I'm doing 1.5 cups here, because it's a big family to feed.
It's just me.
And so you're gonna let this cook down for a little bit, and then once it kind of turns a little bit brown, you can go ahead and add your 2 cups of chicken broth.
For Big Back family.
You.
Okay, just me.
Okay, now you can get your chicken broth. You can get pre-made like I have here, or you can just honestly use some water and some chicken bouillon. I'm sure you have some of that in your fridge.
It's an option.
Perfect amount right here. And so that's what you do. You just let it, and then you're gonna, scrape the sides of all the orzo, because orzo is a kind of pasta. But you're gonna let it simmer and cook for around 15 minutes.
15-minute cooking at low.
Okay, here I'm just cutting the salmon
To smaller pieces.
to smaller pieces. I'll keep this one. Then here I'm just gonna get a little bit of my seasonings. You want to rub it on each side.
What does the seasoning have?
Oh, my seasoning has some garlic and onion powder, some paprika and salt and pepper. Really basic seasoning here. Oh, 15
The
minutes.
timer's off for the vegetables though.
Yeah, but first we have to finish this. Hey Google, timer off. So here I'm just doing simple rub. I'll do a little bit on the back, not too much. It won't really stick to the back. This is just like for the actual fish itself, but
Also get some of the moisture out with the salt. That's what it does too.
yeah. But another thing is that we're actually gonna make a sauce for a honey garlic sauce, so it's gonna have a completely different flavor.
So we're checking the vegetables. Looks like some of them are done, some are not, but we're gonna mix them around.
Mix them, let them get more color in there. Smells really good. Just let them cook a little bit more, roast more.
Yeah, they have to look a little bit more brown.
So another 5-10 minutes.
5-10 minutes. We're doing the sauce. Here's the butter. Butter's melted. We melted some butter. About how many? Half a stick or less than half a stick?
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of butter. Now here comes
Now
the
here,
fish.
We're just gonna do the skin first,
Skin first.
just to let it cook down. Make sure you get a non-stick pan. You don't want anything sticking to the pan.
So non-stick pan is mandatory. So you don't get that charred part underneath, and then the whole fish will come apart. Okay, so we're flipping them now.
It's been around 5 minutes.
5 minutes already.
Beautiful char. Make sure the butter gets spread around all of them there. And then you're gonna wait like around another 5 minutes here. probably use a bigger pan. Then lower it down and let it cook another 5 minutes or so.
Move the butter around.
Or orzo, it's very liquidy. Well, we're gonna go ahead and add a little more liquid here, just a little bit of some cream, not a lot, just a little bit to make it creamy, because it's creamy garlic orzo. And you're gonna go ahead and mix it and let that cream mix in with that orzo and let it cook for a little bit, thicken up a little bit. And then after you mix it around, you want to go ahead and just kind of let it cook there. And then we're gonna add half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Now you could buy the pre-grated version. I don't really like that version too much, so here I have some aged Parmesan that I grated myself. If you grate it yourself, it'll taste a lot better. You will notice the rich difference. And so you just want to go ahead and mix that together, and once it's completely mixed, you can turn off the heat and let it sit, and that is ready to go.
You can eat this alone. This is so super good just by itself, because it has all the rich flavors of the broth, the cheese, and the milk, the cream milk. If you're lactose intolerant, there's other options for it too. But if you're lactose intolerant, you're gonna miss out. It's worth it. Worth the sacrifice. Ooh, look at this one. It's coming out beautiful. Alright, we're taking the fish out now that it's cooked on both sides. If you guys noticed, it's been about like 5 to 10 minutes from the last flip. How many minutes? Around 5 minutes, yeah.
5 minutes each side.
Each side. And it's at low right now heat because the pan's a little hot, so you're okay to turn it down just a little bit.
You want to be careful when putting it in the...
Alright, garlic comes into the same pan that we had the fish. That's chive garlic. If you chopped it up or you buy it already pre-chopped, this is how it is. Minced garlic.
So you're going to let that cook a little bit. Then for this sauce, we're gonna add a tablespoon of honey.
I love honey. Oh, Christopher, I love honey. If I could have a pot of honey today.
Cook in there.
I'm gonna cook the honey with the garlic for a couple minutes.
But 2 tablespoons in there. There's a lot of fish we have.
A lot of heavy duty people.
Plus, we got Winnie the Pooh joining us today. I must say.
Okay, I'm gonna just let that.
I licked that one.
And then also, we don't have lemons, so we're gonna use some lime.
Lemons has to be an option, but we have limes here, so we're gonna use it. It's still sour, it still gives a good flavor.
A good citrus.
Good citrus.
So maybe it'll help take off the honey, but
Yep.
not really. Yeah, it's fine.
So that's half a lemon.
But we still need one more ingredient.
Lime. Alright. Soy sauce.
2 tablespoons as well.
2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Alright, it's been about another 10 minutes in here. And
They look pretty good.
they look pretty good. They look done.
I'm just gonna mix it up.
Heating it up and mixing the honey, soy sauce, and lime or lemon, whatever you want. And also, we're missing of course, the garlic. That's what we put in there. And this is on the same pan that we cooked the fried. We cooked the fish, not fried.
And you wanna let it kind of thicken up a little bit, because the honey and the honey will and the soy sauce will naturally kind of thick up into a sauce. But you want to cook it a little bit, and I'm gonna use my hands here because my fish is kind of cooled down. But you're gonna go ahead and put in your fish, and once you put in your fish, you kind of want to lower it. Oh, that one's gonna break. You kind of want to lower it a little bit into kind of, I would say, like low medium.
Low medium to number 2 in our stove.
And then yeah, you just kind of want to let the fish soak up the sauce. It already kind of does have flavor, so you can go ahead and skip that. We don't, because that's extra flavor. But yeah, you're just gonna go ahead and let this cook in there.
Do you flip them after?
You use a spoon to put the sauce
Oh, you don't flip them. You use the spoon to dress them up.
on it. So
Or regular one.
this. So here you want to go ahead and, you know, slowly. It's kind of like a steak. You can baste them. This one's a little hard just because of the amount of room there is. But you want to go ahead and put the sauce on all the fishes and let it in the cracks. It'll also make it juicier as well.
And repeat the cycle. At least every couple minutes.
Yes, for around 5 to 10 minutes. Not too super high. You don't want to overcook your fish.
Once it's done, it's ready to serve. We have this, vegetables, and the fish. I'll show you the finished product, all right? So just keep coming in here and adding your sauces all around the fish. And every single bite of the fish should have this sauce. And the longer you cook it, the thicker it gets. But you're also caramelizing the actual top of the fish. Alright, at the end of the day, a gourmet meal at your home. Simplicity. You got your veggies, your rices, and then your rice, and then your fish. Now you get that little glaze in there, if you guys can see. Look how beautiful it looks. That means every bite's gonna have the same flavor, or even better, because some places have a little cooked better than the others. It's really good. Hope you guys enjoy your meal. All right, let's taste the first. This part right here. Buttery with of course, cheese on it too. But it's just a little buttery. I love it. Now let's try the fish. The fish. Now, the top of it, glazy. Center. It's fish. You know, you taste fish. But you know how it would taste a lot better if we would marinate it for a whole day. But when you try to cook a meal like this, we ain't got time for that. So if you want to marinate this whole thing into a bag, seal it up for a whole entire day, it'll give you the center taste too. But today, it's a quick meal. Your veggie, your mushrooms, and that's it.